Hello everyone, this is Godzilla Wolf 1 with another toy review. Today I will be reviewing the Energon Omega Sentinel Figure. And we're on my dining room table. The reason for that is, well, this guy's just way too massive to fit on my normal reviewing space. This is a repaint of the Omega Supreme figure, also from Energon. And here's half of him, the train half. Really, really big. Has this claw arm here. And there's a gimmick here. And I'm having a lot of trouble getting this thing in frame. It's so gigantic. This here, you push it in, and it's kind of difficult to do, but you push it in and pull it back, and it acts as it controls the crane arm, which is kind of neat. This is something that I kind of don't understand. It's got these things right here on top of it. I have no idea what they are. If somebody can tell me what these things are, please do. Anyway, it's a train, got a claw arm, and it's just really huge. Here's the other side. Not much different. One thing though, this here opens up, and what that's for is this little guy, who, well, he's really tiny and I don't know what he is. He might be counted as a mini-con, I don't know. Anyway, he fits, dang it, I apologize. This thing is never easy. Okay, there we go, and he fits right in there, and pretty good to go. Okay, that's this part. That's about it. And here is the other part, which is a battleship. And this has electronics. Takes 2 AA's. Right, and here's the button, and, well, hold on a second. Let's see if turning off the lights let me show you this better. So you can see it lights up in the front there. And back here, this cannon here, and a cool feature, there's gears in here that hook in here. If this is separate, these don't turn with it, but if they're together, they turn together. And if they get fully to the side, they make that noise. Let's see if you can hear it better, which is pretty decent. This here, it's a missile. It's actually kind of strong. I lost the other one. It had 2. I lost 1. I am horrible with missiles. And this back here also moves up and down too. That's about it for that. However, they do combine like that, and they basically form this really overly large train. I think that happened in the show with Omega Supreme, who this is a repaint of, but I don't know if they're supposed to do that. Anyway, let's get them transformed, if I can get this at all in scope. Okay, first things, ow, dang it. Okay, I pinched myself. Okay, and then pull that up, rotate that, like so, and that half's done. Set aside back there. Yeah. Okay, this part, a lot more complicated. First, you need to pop that up, and spin it around and lock it into place there. Put that down, and I forgot to mention this is like this guy can, the head part can sit there too, but then you turn around, you've got a foot. And then, like that, you pull this up, then pull it back down, and it pulls that part of the leg with it. And there you got another leg. Then you go up here, which I already accidentally did part of, and you get a shoulder. Okay, now you take okay, anyway, you take this, pull out that part right there. like so, and you gotta get in the right position or these two will not combine properly. Anyway, there's pegs running all up and down both sides of them. Pretty obvious what must be done next. You take them like so. Oh, and one more thing. On this side, this opens up. On this side, this opens up. Really does nothing unless you have a very certain transformer, but anyway, I'll get to that. Anyway, you just put the two halves together, and this could be a little more difficult than one would surmise due to all the various parts that have to click into exactly the right places. But there we go. Push this guy back. And as you can obviously see, he's quickly gotten far too large for my camera. There we go, that's better. Okay, anyway, we'll rotate these back into their normal positions. That sometimes happens. Anyway, now we open up his shoulder and retrieve the little Energon dude. Fold his legs up like so. Flip him over. And snap them in place, and then pull up the visor. And there's his head. What I was getting to was on his back, this opening here. If you have the Energon Optimus Prime, you can combine them. Like, you just pull this up and put Optimus in there. I don't, I just wanted to show you that and how big of a cavity it ends up being in his chest. But just to show you, here's a Minicon. The Minicon can stand up in his chest. Like, and these things, yeah, they're tiny, but normally you cannot fit an entire Minicon in there. You can probably fit another Minicon in there with him. Anyway. And this guy, not only is he freakishly huge, but he's covered in cannons. He has cannons all over him. You got these cannons, the cannons on the battleship parts. He has some decent posability, but I mean, with a guy this massive, it's kind of hard to pose him. And he has little cannons down there. I don't want to bring up the name, but you know what I mean. Anyway, and he's even got cannons on his butt. Why he needs cannons back there, I have no idea. Anyway, the storyline for this guy is that he is basically Omega Sentinel's army. That's why he was going to be in the series, but they cut him out. I think these here are missile launchers. I don't know. Anyway, about all more I can say is these things here, there's two more on his legs, on each side of his legs. They combine with Optimus's drones that he had in Energon. Really, they just take up space in my opinion, but the leg ones do have sort of a practical posing purpose in that you can kind of make it look like he has rockets on his legs, like those tiny little things could pick this massive thing up. You want to know how big this guy is? Remember the Zenith Megazord and how big I said that thing was? Yeah, this thing's like, the Zenith Megazord comes up to its shoulder. That's how huge it is. Anyway, I like it. It's massive. It's cool looking. Only problem is, this thing won't fit on my shelf. It's so huge. Like, the only way I can get him to fit on it is to bend his knees in and basically have him squatting. And even then, his head scrapes the top of the thing. So, displaying him might be a problem. But other than that, you know, he is pretty cool. And you can always pose him with his various guns pointed, ready to obliterate some poor Decepticon. Well, that's about it. This is Godzilla Wolf 1, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Hello? Hello? I'm still in here. You forgot me. Hello?